Hey everybody, this is Chad Pullins, lead pastor here at Crossroads, and I'm with just this awesome couple and family, Jeremy and Angel Hannah, otherwise known as Nikki Hannah. We've got little Colton here with us. They've got just an amazing story, and have asked them if they would take some time and just share a piece of that with us. So guys, we'd just love to hear what God's been really doing in your all's life.
Well, He has given us this little bundle of joy, and He's really been working in our marriage, I think. We have went from a marriage, I think, that was kind of built on sand, and now it's built on a rock, and we've really grown together as a couple and as a family.
Yeah. Jeremy, anything that you would add to that at all?
I mean, I just think, through prayer and through just, good guidance and mentorship, that we've been able to take this time that we've been separated and just find, opportunities to maintain strong communication.
Yeah.
And it's really been almost like, I wasn't even gone.
Oh, really?
So we've been able to build memories, through other means, and just maintain that good relationship.
Yeah.
Over a long distance.
Yeah.
So
He's been in Kuwait for over 6 months now, so he's just
Back
here
from
for 30 days.
kind of like a mid-deployment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I think that God's just really put a lot of people in my life, that have been family oriented, been focused on family,
Yeah.
focused on helping to guide me and making smart decisions.
Right.
So over the last probably 7 months or so.
Yeah. I mean, it's really powerful, right, to think about how when we try to do it by ourselves, I don't know if this was true for you guys, but oftentimes when we try to do it by ourselves, it ends up being on sand. Mm-hmm. And there's something about the way in which God puts people into our lives, like you said, that helps to form that rock through His people, that as we live in community with one another, we're actually able to have a life, have a marriage that's kind of built on a rock and not on sand. I mean, would you all say that was one of the things that He's done for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we have been through so much in these past couple of years. If we hadn't developed that foundation on the rock, that I know that we wouldn't be the family we are today,
Yeah.
So God has a way of doing things at the perfect times, I think.
Yeah.
We've been through, we were trying to have a baby, didn't work, and God spoke to me and told me that I was going to have a son, and I told Antonia then that, I was like, I know God, I'm supposed to have a son, and but then we went through a situation where, he and I almost got a divorce, It was a pretty rocky situation. Then we went through miscarriage, and then here we have this baby. And, if God had not been such a big part of our lives, we couldn't have done it alone.
Yeah.
There was no way we could have went through all that by ourselves.
Yeah. I think sometimes we often think that no one struggles. We're the only people that do struggle, right? And we kind of look out and think, well, they've got it all figured out, mm-hmm. right? And realizing that everyone goes through trials within their life, right? I mean, that's a guarantee that's going to happen. I guess the question is, how do we kind of respond to that? Mm-hmm. And it sounds like that in the midst of all those struggles that you guys were going through, that Jesus being the one that was kind of that undercurrent. Because at any time, I'm guessing it would have been easy to give up, right?
Yes.
I mean, a number of different times to give up. And the fact that somehow God empowers us to kind of hang on. Yeah. So tell me this, like how, as far as that impacting you as you move forward, how does what has happened in the past lay a foundation for maybe next steps for you guys in your life?
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a big question. But,
yeah. It's a loaded question.
You want to answer that first?
I mean,
I think for me, it's continuing to, you always say you're a human being, not a human doer.
Right.
And for me, that has played a big impact, and I think that'll continue to play an impact in my life, because you want to do and you want to fix, especially, I think
Right.
as a female, you want to fix the family, you want to fix everything, and it was about fixing myself, and focusing on God and what God wanted me to be, and be the wife and the mother that God wanted me to be, and continuing to, read my Bible and focus on His Word, and spend time in prayer.
Yeah.
And that's key for me, and that'll be key for me in the future too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like this idea of the one who was faithful yesterday is the one who'll be faithful today, and the one that'll be faithful tomorrow. So the one that pulls us through maybe the pit or the valley of yesterday will be the same one to help us through the valley of tomorrow when we walk through it.
And I think, faith is the key word for me. It's especially when you went through what we were going through, and then you end up with a miscarriage,
right?
And all the while you're wanting to have a boy sometime,
right?
Somehow, some way, even if it's going to be adoption.
Yeah,
that's what we want to do. But you just have to have faith it's going to be, on God's time.
Yeah.
Because we had decided not to try to have a baby.
Right.
Because I found out I was deploying.
Right.
So, and then we ended up getting pregnant with this beautiful boy here.
It's crazy, man.
So, just continue to have faith.
Yeah.
I think is what is going to help me go forward.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Things are going to work out.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as we stay the path.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, y'all, I look so forward to Sunday and being able to hear this live. I just think it's an amazing story of what God's done in your all's life. And I'm so excited to just watch it play out and to watch how your all's story impacts others that may be going through the same thing. Does it make sense? All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. We'll look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday and just hearing live all the amazing things that God's doing in this family's life. Y'all take care.